Yes. And good evening, Jay. Now, what I just wanted to say here is I don't think I need to announce. I think everyone on this call knows our CEO and how great and how much work they're actually doing, working tirelessly. But what did everyone think of the new video? Absolutely wow, incredible. So I'm not going to waste any more time. I know Jay's got lots of work to, lots of things to share with us. So good evening, Jay, and welcome.
Thank you very much, Roger. Thank you very much for the warm welcome. And it is really fantastic to see all of you guys here. We got about 225, 26. The numbers keeps on going up. More people are logging in. And it's a fantastic day to get all of us on the same channel and for us to announce these great news and announcements for all of you guys. We're 230 people right now, so that's fantastic. Roger, if you're okay, as the moderator, I'll share my screen and I think we just start moving.
Let's go.
Fantastic. And if you can just give me a quick heads up that you can see my screen right now. Excellent.
Hold on.
All right. Very good. So first of all, guys, welcome to the next level global announcement call. Global attendance from members of the CSR community joining all over the world. On this call today, what we will do is we are going to talk about in a very short way, some of the greatest highlights that we've seen over the last couple of weeks and months. But most importantly, we are going to be looking into the next steps of our business, both in a very short term and then in a longer perspective as well. And the objective is that at the end of this call, we wish you to be able to see clearly the direction where we as a company and where we as a community are currently moving on to. So without further ado, let's get started. Now, looking back into the beginning of this year, we had another similar event on the 9th of January, where we made certain announcements about our short-term targets. And during that event, we set ourselves to create and to launch the CSR retirement function, which I'm very, very happy to say today is fully completed and fully functional. And great thanks from this one goes to our entire IT development team led by. Additionally to that, we set ourselves a target to launch our savings, the so-called staking program. And also that, I'm very happy to say, is now fully completed and fully functioning. We are still working to complete the work with the CSR Central. This is still work in development, but this is moving forward very well. And we're going to see progress happening on this area shortly as well. Now, one very exciting thing for us to say is that we truly all together made history on the 18th of April. We made history in a few different ways, actually. First of all, we became the first ever and the only plastic credit that is publicly traded on an international digital asset exchange. The first one and the only one. That was already a huge achievement. And this obviously happened on the day when CSR was listed on the La Token platform for public trading. But as you know, we don't like to settle for small achievements. We like to go into big achievements. And as we announced on the January event, on the 9th of January, we announced at that moment that in May 9th, on the 9th of May, we are going to be all together in 3 public exchanges. And as you saw, what followed the listing of CSR at La Token was the listing at CoinSpit, and then exactly on the date, and I gotta say I'm pretty proud of this one, we delivered exactly on the date, exactly as was promised, the listing on xt.com, which became the 3rd international public exchange to now trade CSR plastic credit. So not only did we become the first and the only plastic credit to be traded on a public exchange, we did it 3 times. On top of that, and I very much stand to be corrected, we also became the first and the only network marketing powered digital asset project to ever go into live trading on large-scale international public exchanges. And again, not only on 1, but on 3 exchanges. So this is something that I think has been a huge achievement from every one of us in the team, every one of us in the management, and each and every individual member of the CSR community and every single individual influencer of the Amplivo network. And I'm really, really proud and excited for us to achieve these achievements. Now, I'm also happy to tell you that as of today, you will now find CSR plastic credit also listed at coingecko.com. For the ones of you who are not aware what this website is, this is basically a website which collects data from different established, properly established digital asset projects internationally, keeps track of where are they being traded and what is their average daily trading rate and trading volume at that very moment. We just today got listed on CoinGecko, and as the next step, we are also going to be listed in CoinMarketCap. So another great milestone reached just now. Also, we as a company, just about 2 weeks ago, received the single most prestigious quality certification in the world for sustainability, the ISCC Plus certificate. The ISCC stands for International Sustainability and Carbon Certification. And I can tell you guys, it took us more than 6 months to get this quality certification. The ISCC team did a full audit, inspection, and went through all of our operations from the raw material to the health and safety, environmental issues, emissions, to the oil, to the quality. Every single aspect of our operations was audited and inspected by the ISCC team. And as a result of this, they gave us this certification. And even if you go to the ISCC website and you just search for Corsair, you will find us from the website. So what happened with the receiving of this certificate is that now we are no longer just us telling stories. Because until now, it's been very easy for people to say, hey, Jay, nice story. How do we know that it's real? How do we know that you got factory in Thailand? How do we know that you're making oil? How do we know that you're actually recycling plastic waste? Well, you don't have to believe me, but you can believe the great people at the ISCC. because they are specifically there to investigate and audit and study companies like us. And if you pass every category of their inspection, then you can receive their certificate. And I can tell you guys, this is a big, big thing in our industry. Now, as I said, this was a long process, but we were able to complete it. Was that we've also spoken about our collaboration with a large-scale plastic manufacturing company who we are just at this very moment finalizing our agreements with. And why we were so excited when we received the ISCC certificate was that in order for these big companies to do business with a company like us and to even buy our oil, every single liter must be certified by the ISCC. If our oil is not certified by the ISCC, these big international buyers cannot touch our oil. It's that simple. And therefore, it was so gratifying and a happy moment for all of us when we received this certificate, and we are now ready to finalize this agreement. Now, a lot of things have happened since we've been going and moving on this process with this company. And we are getting very close of being able to make that public announcement. We can already talk about it in private, but we have agreed with them that we will make a joint press release now as soon as the contract has been finished, which is currently with our legal team, with our lawyers, to be finalized. So stay tuned for more information and updates on that as well. Now, these operations that we're doing, and let's remember again, what is the core of our mission? These operations that we're doing and the involvement and the support from each and every one of the members in the CSR community is allowing us to remove more and more plastic waste from the environment every day. I want to share with you this picture because this picture really gives a great understanding about the size of the problem that we are all dealing individually. Just a couple of days ago, we received a delivery of plastic waste raw material to our Bangkok facility. And what you can see there, there is a truck and a trailer. Now, this shipment included altogether 10,000 kilos of plastic waste. Looks a lot, but it's just 10,000 kilos, which means that this amount here is the amount that every single one of you guys in this call today creates in plastic waste during your lifetime. There are now 265 people on this call. That means that the plastic waste that we who are on this call today generate during our lifetime is 260 trailers like this. Just think about that for a moment. And that's how it looks like. This is the plastic waste that Roger creates. This is the plastic waste that Andrea creates. This is the plastic waste that I create. This is the plastic waste that Jean-Luc creates, Franz creates. Each and every one of you guys creates during your lifetime. Just look at it. It's unbelievable, the amount of plastic waste that we all leave behind in this planet. And now we have the solution. We have the means, we have the tools to actually convert this plastic waste into one of the most valuable raw materials in the world right now, which is the advanced bio-oil. The liquid gold recycled from this plastic garbage. That's what it is, guys. That's what it's all about. And obviously our timing has been absolutely perfect. Because when you look at the general oil market, just even today, the oil prices have been increasing from the day when we came involved in this operation. Just to remind you that when we started our operations in the beginning of 2020 and really became operational in August 2020, the oil price per barrel was at about $20 a barrel. Now we are today at about $115 per barrel. So the timing has been absolutely fantastic for us to be developing and expanding on this business. Now, as of today, we have 3 operational units located in Thailand. We are currently installing 2 more machines, the ones that you actually see here in the picture right now. And we have 2 additional units at this very moment in standby in Thailand, ready to be installed when the other 2 are being completed. So altogether right now, we have 7 units here in Thailand, which are all soon to be in operation, converting plastic waste into oil. On top of that, we also have 1 production unit in Europe, and we are very, very much looking forward to release for you guys some exciting news and updates about our European operations. But this means that all together, with the units that we have in Thailand and with the unit in Europe, we now have today altogether 8 production units, which are enough to allow Corsair to soon recycle nearly 1 million kilos of plastic waste each month. This is a pretty impressive achievement, and we are right on our way to get there. We're not there exactly right now yet, but we're going to be there soon. Now, this process will result in the production of more than 600,000 liters of advanced bio-oil per month. Probably significantly more, but I'm using the 600,000 as a sort of a benchmark, which is also equal to the lifetime plastic waste footprint of 200 people that we are going to be able to recover from the environment every month. And that is pretty cool. Exactly. Now, let's move on to the first announcement of the day. I can tell you that we're going to have a few of them. One may be more exciting than the other. So let's start cracking. Let's get on with the first one. Okay. Now, I have been asked many times the question that what will happen after all the 10 billion CSR plastic credits have been retired? What's going to happen then? Because we know that there is currently a limited amount of 10 billion CSR plastic credits altogether, which have already been created, which are all there, visible, available on the Ethereum blockchain. What will happen after all these 10 billion tokens have been retired? And as you know, as a reminder, every single time when Corsair removes a 1 kilo of plastic waste from the environment, we will distribute 10 CSR plastic credits. So this 10 billion CSR plastic credits that are already there sitting on the blockchain equals 1 billion kilo of plastic waste. So the question is, what will happen after all of these CSR plastic credits have been retired? And today's first announcement will provide for you an answer for that. What will happen is that CSR will no longer be distributed after the year 2023. CSR will no longer be distributed after the end of next year, which means that the very last CSR tokens are going to be distributed at the end of December last year. Okay, then what? What? What's happening next? Let me tell you. What we are going to do is we are going to move into an annually issued plastic credit. Okay? Now hear me out, because you want to pay attention right now. This means that the last ever CSR plastic credit is going to be released into distribution at the end of next year. Starting from the 1st of January 2024, we are no longer distributing the CSR, but instead we are going to begin to distribute the CSR 24. What is CSR 24? CSR 24 is, in a similar way, it is a digital receipt, it's a plastic credit, it's a token that is exactly in the same way as the CSR, tied into the removal of plastic waste from the environment. With the exception and with the difference that CSR 24 will be minted each week. There is no limited existing predetermined amount of CSR 24, but instead we will calculate the amount of plastic that has been recovered from the environment during the first week of the year 2024, and we are going to issue and release the matching amount of CSR 24. We will then calculate the amount of plastic recovered on the week 2 of the year 2024. How many kilos was recovered? That's how many CSR 24s will be distributed into circulation. So what happens here is that during the year 2024, there will be only the equal matching amount of CSR 24 created and distributed, as is the amount of plastic waste recovered from the environment during the year 2024. All right? On the 1st of January 2025, we are going to begin distributing CSR 25. And again, then CSR 26, 27, 28, 29, and so on. What happens now is that CSR 24, 25, 26 will be an annual credit, like you have a vintage, beautiful Italian or French wine, which is only made available during that year and not issued or distributed after that. It will become a collectible. I'm sure that there's going to be collectors who are going to try to collect all of these different credits and maybe one day make a beautiful, huge collection of those, hopefully worth a lot of money. But what happens here is that the CSR will now become an annual credit. Okay. This leads us now into the next question. Well, what happens with the original CSR? And when I talk about CSR, I only mean the CSR, the original CSR. CSR is different than CSR 24, 25, 26. So what will happen for the original CSR plastic credit? Well, this is now the second announcement of the day. What we will do at the end of next year is we will see the amount that has been released, the total amount of CSR that is in circulation by the end of next year, 2023. And whatever CSR is not distributed at that time yet will be destroyed. This means that we are going to burn most of the CSR tokens so that they will never enter into any kind of circulation. They will be destroyed, burned, gone forever. And only the CSR that is in circulation by the end of next year will ever remain in circulation. This means that the CSR will now become even more limited in the marketplace with a very, very limited supply. How many CSR will be there eventually? I don't know. We will see. But I'm absolutely sure that we are going to be destroying at least more than half of all the CSR. More than 5 billion CSR will be gone. Probably significantly more than that. Only the amount of CSR that has been distributed by the end of next year will ever remain there. So what happens then? The CSR 24, 25, 26 will continue and they will be issued as plastic credits. But the original CSR will now receive and will now take a secondary function. Now, please pay attention. The CSR will continue to be a plastic credit exactly like it is today. It will always be that, but it will also have a second function. And that function is that the CSR plastic credit is going to be connected with the sales of every single liter of Corsair oil. This means that we are going to begin using the CSR in connection with the oil that is produced by Corsair. And we are going to begin this on January 1st next year. It means that an increasing part of income that the Corsair company receives from the selling of the oil will be then channeled to purchase CSR from all of these public exchanges that are trading CSR. In a way, it's basically a buyback program. This means that a part of the sales revenue that we get when we sell a liter of oil will now be straight up put into the exchange, and we will buy CSR back from the exchanges. And this will now begin in the beginning of next year. And then at the end of next year, we will stop to issue any more CSR, and any CSR that has not been distributed will be destroyed forever. This means that CSR plastic credit will now have, because of this strategy, a hugely increasing demand, while at the same time it will have a limited and continuously decreasing supply, and because of that, an unlimited potential in value growth in the future. So let me just summarize on that. This means that the last CSR will be distributed at the end of next year. All the remaining CSR, 5, 6 billion, 7 billion, whatever has not been distributed, will be destroyed forever, and it will only be those distributed CSRs that will ever be on the market. Corsair will, from the beginning of next year, begin to channel an increasing amount of revenue, of money, into the public exchanges coming from its oil sales to purchase back CSR from the public exchanges. And this means that if you have CSR, you are able to do whatever you want with them right now. As you know, we are in 3 exchanges. But please, don't be that guy. I've been saying this for the last couple of days. Don't be that guy who gave away 10,000 Bitcoins for 1 pizza. Please, for the love of God, don't be that guy. You don't want to be looking into the eyes of your children and your grandchildren who are going to ask you, what did you do? You could have changed the financial future of generations to come. But you went and you sold it for like whatever the market price would be right now. You let go of that gold in your hand, something that could have potentially generated an amazing, unlimited financial opportunity for you, for your children, for your grandchildren, and for the future generations after you. And even if you don't have children, you could have given those funds to your favorite charity or for your church or for your community, helped potentially thousands and thousands of people around the world to improve their life. This, ladies and gentlemen, is what is going to happen with CSR. We're going to talk about this in more detail in calls coming during this week, but I really want you guys to understand that CSR is going to be developing to become much, much more than just a plastic credit. It will be now connected to the oil sales. It will have an increasing demand, a limited and decreasing supply, and truly an unlimited potential for the future. Okay, good. Moving to the next announcement. As you understand, the CSR is right now same as cash. If you have CSR in your hand, you can go to the exchanges, you can sell it there right now. I would highly recommend you not to do it, but instead wait until the price is more higher, at least in the range where the other international plastic credits are, which in our case would mean between 5 and 10 cents per CSR. Don't sell it for 2 cents. Don't sell it for 1.5 cents, 3 cents, or anywhere under 5 cents. Because the international market price for plastic credits right now is already today between 5 and 10 cents per credit when comparing to CSR. Now, what we are going to be doing is we are going to begin to reduce the amount of CSR that is currently issued as commissions. And when you think about it, this is something that we must do because we are distributing a lot of CSR at the moment. And as you know, as an influencer of the Amplivo network, when you earn today 100 euros as a commission, you also earn the matching amount in CSR plastic credits. From the beginning of July, we are going to begin to reduce this amount of CSR that you receive as a commission by 10% a month. This means that eventually the CSR as a commission, as a part of the compensation plan for the Amplivo community and the Amplivo network will go away. So please use this opportunity right now, because you are the pioneers. We are the pioneers of the company, of this community. And you have now the opportunity to still today and until the beginning of July to earn these CSR plastic credits by just helping the community to grow, helping more people to become plastic neutral, helping even companies to reduce their plastic waste footprint and to become plastic neutral. And while you're doing that, you can earn CSR plastic credits, which is going to become even more and more limited in supply and in circulation. So please use this opportunity now to earn free of charge as so many CSR plastic credits that you absolutely can. Because by month, this will decrease first to 90%, then 80%, 70%, and so on, eventually going down to zero and going away. Okay. Now, we have a couple of more announcements to be made. The next one. We are so happy and so thrilled that we've been able to see so many of you guys during the last 1 month when we've been touring around Europe. And we just completed, myself and Mr. Wayne Dobson and Andre Tops and many of the top leaders, Jean-Luc, Andrea, Rene, and so on. We just completed about 1 month, 10 countries tour across Europe. And it was absolutely fantastic to come there and meet so many of you guys in person, to really see you and talk to you and get to know and shake your hand and give you a hug. I really loved that. So we want more of that. But we were thinking that maybe the next get together, we could do that in a little bit more tropical surrounding. Maybe we don't need to be wearing suits and jackets, but we can actually wearing some shorts and flip-flops. So therefore, we are extremely happy to announce an international event for Corsair, for Amplivo, and the entire CSR community taking place in Bangkok, Thailand on the 30th of September this year. What we are going to be doing, this will be a 2-day event, which includes, number one, a visit to the factory. We want to take you guys there, smell the garbage, smell the plastic waste, smell the oil, touch the oil, to actually be there, to meet our team, to meet the people, to see the operation, touch the machine, whatever you want to do, make the videos and pictures and show that you're there, and come and see what we do on a day-to-day basis. This will be day one. The day two will be an actual event taking place in a ballroom where we will have amazing training, testimonies. You will meet the management, you will meet the people, the leadership, the global leadership, and the people, the key people in the company. And we're also going to be doing officially the recognitions for the star ranks at this event. We haven't been able to do that before, and this will be the moment when we will be able to recognize, award the star rank achievers for the whole year. And also from the beginning, when Corsair took over the Amplivo Limited. As a follow-up for this event, we are going to have a special star trip. We're not going to fly into the stars, but we're going to fly with the stars. And we are going to be organizing a special trip into the beautiful tropical island of Phuket in the southern part of Thailand, where we are going to be inviting members of the Amplivo community that have reached certain requirements and achieved, most importantly, their goals set to be achieved before the Bangkok event. We're going to be sharing more information about this one shortly. But what we will do is we will do a 3-night, 3-day trip to the beautiful archipelago and islands surrounding Phuket. We'll have trainings, we'll have great get-togethers and a lot of good times and once-in-a-lifetime experiences that we'll organize there in this place that looks like a screensaver. And I really hope to see as many of you guys joining us on this all expenses paid trip, where we as a company will cover the flights, the accommodation, and the other arrangements like dinners and so on for the selected stars, the influencers in the network who achieve these targets. And stay tuned, we're going to be releasing more information about this. But this will be a fantastic way for us to get together and learn about each other and do a lot of progressive work as well. Now, moving to the final announcement of the day. All right. Now, first thing we have to remember is that we have truly made history. There is no other plastic credit anywhere in the world that has been able to do what we have done. And not only one exchange, but all together in 3 exchanges. On top of that, there is no other network marketing company that has achieved and done what we have done. If you just think about all of those different cryptocurrency projects that are involved in the network marketing industry, they all dream about getting listed on public exchanges. That's their dream, that's their target. We have just achieved that one 3 times. 3 times. And now we are in a situation where we have everything we need to take this business, take this company, take our mission to a new level. You can now purchase the CSR plastic waste removal packages easier than ever before, with a bank wire transfer, by paying with digital currencies. You can even use your credit card and go to, for example, latoken.com and buy USDT from there and then transfer that over. You can even use your credit cards now to buy the plastic waste removal service and help our company and our community to clean up the planet faster from the plastic pollution. You can now receive commissions easier than ever before. The retirement program is now working. Once you have your CSR, you can go and retire that CSR and to become certified plastic neutral. Now that's done. And on top of that, if you don't want to retire it yourself, you can go and sell it for someone else who can now purchase it from the public exchange and go and do the same retirement. Every aspect of our business and our function is now in place. Now, I want to highlight that we are in the early moments. You could even say that we are in the early days of trading. And we are just getting started, and we are now establishing the CSR trading and the market. And this is not the time for anyone to sell. And if you listen to what is going to happen for the CSR, I don't think any one of you guys are going to sell any of your CSRs. And if you are going to sell them, please do yourself a favor and sell it when the price is closer to the 10 cents. But we understand that we are now making history. We are in an area that no other company has ever been. No other plastic credit has been here before. No other network marketing company has been here before. And therefore, we understand that when the token is traded publicly, there will be price fluctuations. The price will move up, the price will be moving down. And that's something that we now have to cope with, we have to adjust, we have to be flexible, and we need to be able to take action when things are changing on the market. but we are public, and that is an amazing achievement. But while we're doing that, we have to be flexible and able to take action and correct our course if we ever see that happening and need it necessarily. Therefore, I am extremely happy to announce for you guys today that for a very, very short and limited period of time, we are going to make a price adjustment for the CSR plastic removal service and for the CSR plastic credit direct sales price. What does it mean? It means that until the 28th of this month, about 10 days from now, the CSR plastic waste removal service price is temporarily reduced to 2 cents per CSR, or in other words, 20 cents per kilo. This means that until Saturday, the 28th of May, it is significantly cheaper to buy the CSR through the Amplivo network than it will be from any of the 3 exchanges that are currently trading the CSR. And we've said it before that we will always do our best to be providing the CSR on a lower price than what the international market rate would be. And as you've seen in the recent days, the entire digital asset market has dropped down significantly, and therefore we are now making this price adjustment for a very short, limited period of time to bring the price to 2 cents per CSR. If you go to the exchanges, you see the price over there, you can see the comparison. And we are going to be monitoring the price on the international exchanges, and we're going to be monitoring the price of other plastic credits internationally, which today are primarily trading between 5 and 10 cents per credit when adjusted and compared to CSR. And we will do similar adjustments also in the future if we see them to be necessary. This is an amazing opportunity for everybody now to celebrate the public listing of the CSR, to acquire the soon-to-be limited and reduced supply CSR plastic credit at a temporarily adjusted, reduced price. All right? And this will be available only until the Saturday the 28th. There we have it, guys. So let's just summarize very quickly of what we have covered here today. First thing that we covered today in terms of the announcements was that CSR will no longer be issued after the end of next year. It will become more and more limited digital asset, which will now also be linked into the oil sales of Corsair. In the beginning of 2024, we will begin to distribute an annual token called CSR24, then CSR25, 26, and so on. And all the undistributed CSR at that moment will be destroyed and burned forever. We are going to be slowly, on a month by month, starting from the beginning of July, we will be reducing the amount of CSR provided as commission. So please take advantage from earning as much CSR that you can right now before the distribution will end. We're going to have the international event at the end of September, I really hope to see as many of you guys there as possible. And we're going to have a special trip for the influencers of the Amplivo network who reach their targets before that date. And then we are now entering into about 10 days of price adjustment period, ending on the 28th of this month. Good. That's about 50 minutes from me. I hope that you got a lot of information from this call today. I would also very much like to invite you guys to join us on other calls that we will be doing in different languages during this week. Actually, we are going to be doing almost an instant replay in French, but I will be speaking in English. My French is not that good yet. But there will be a French language call taking place almost immediately after this call. So reach out to the members of the French community, and they will share for you the link if you would like to come there and listen to this one more time over. So thank you guys very much. I want to very, very much congratulate all of us from these amazing achievements that we've done. And while we're doing this great service for the rest of the world, we are involved with an amazing financial opportunity where millionaires, multimillionaires, and billionaires are going to be created in the next coming years, guys. Please take it seriously. In this group of 250 people, there are going to be many future multimillionaires, a lot of millionaires, and potentially a couple of billionaires in there. You don't have to believe me. You can doubt me, but just watch, because we are just about to get started. And this opportunity, what we are doing right now with combining digital asset revolution, the green revolution of cleaning up our planet from plastic waste, and the advanced bio oil, is a never before seen combination. And this opportunity is bigger than any one of us has seen before, and bigger and large enough to change your financial future for generations to come. Thank you very much, guys. I'm handing over back to you, Roger, and we'll talk again soon. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Jay. Absolutely superb.